Man. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening, everyone. It is great to be here at Mohegan Sun and Mohegan Sun Arena as we tip off the semifinals of the WNBA playoffs. So it's always great to be here. Looking forward to the fans tonight. But first, we have a little bit of hardware to hand out. So what a terrific season for the Connecticut Sun. Obviously led the league, number one overall seed. And while I'm sure each member of the organization will say their work is not finished, right, Coach? Work is not finished. You know, they are number one due in part to these three sitting to my right here. So, you know, let's start with Brionna Jones. She set career highs in scoring, rebounding, assists, and minutes while starting all 32 games this season for the Sun. She ranked second in the WNBA in offensive rebounding and eighth in steals. She scored at least 20 points plus 6 times. And her 5 games with double-digit rebounds equaled her career total entering 2021. So while her teammates call her breezy, I am proud to call her the 2021 Kia Most Improved Player for the WNBA.
I just want to start by saying I'm extremely honored to win this award this year. I think it's just a testament to all the work I put in the off season, behind the scenes, and throughout the season, just trying to improve, you know, every game, every day this year. But I think it's just a thank you to all the coaches and my teammates that put in the work with me. You know, I wouldn't have been able to do this without them, and I think just knowing that they believed in me all season and the support that I had from them and my family, it just allowed me to be successful this season and be able to have the year that I did.
Thank you, Brianna. We'll now open it to questions. Please wait for the microphone and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Brianna, Doug Feinberg, the Associated Press. Congratulations on the award. What does it mean, not just for you, but to have your teammate and your coach sitting here? I mean, it's obviously a great night for the Connecticut Sun and the hardware point. What does it mean that you and others are being recognized for what you've done this year?
I mean, it means a lot. I just think that it just our team success has led to our individual success. So I think just the way that we've all worked together as a team from top to bottom, coaching staff, the people that are working behind the scenes, I think just all around, everybody has contributed to the season that we've had this year. And it has allowed us to have our individual success that we've had this year. And I think just our chemistry on the court and on and off the court, I think is what allowed us to be successful. And I mean, it shows when we play on the court.
Hey, Bruce. It's Ari from Highlighter. First of all, very, very proud of you. Keep doing your thing. You know, I'm so proud. But where do you think you've improved the most? And that can be on or off the court. And who do you think, or what do you think is the driving factor behind that improvement?
I think where I've improved the most is just, I think my patience, offensively, defensively, being able to make reads in the post. I think for me, that's what's allowed me to be as successful as I've been. Just being able to make the moves that I want to be confidently and just patiently. And I think what's allowed me to do that is just the confidence that I've gotten from my teammates all season. Even if I think there's a shot that I pass up, they're like, "Bree, we need you to shoot that." So I think just the confidence that they've given me and that I've built in myself, I think that's the biggest thing, the driving force for me.
And last thing, who was the hypest for you when they found out?
The hypest? Probably my sister. I think she was the hypest for me, but I don't know. It's a tie between her and my mom. My mom was super excited. She's been excited all season, just, you know, being able to come to All-Star Weekend and everything. She's just been so excited.
Hi, Alexa Philby with the Hartford Current. I'm just thinking, if you look or think back to where you were in 2019, you were a bench contributor for that team that went to the finals. What do you think that Brionna Jones would think if she knew that you'd be standing up here one day, 2 years later, winning this award?
I mean, I don't know if that Bree would have known that I would be here, 2 years later after the season in 2019. But I think I think all the steps were there, all the preparation was there, everything, the mindset was there, just, staying prepared for whatever was coming next season, and just the work ethic that I was putting in behind the scenes. I think she would have hoped that this was something that was coming, but I don't know if it's something that she would have assumed that was coming or anything like that. But I just think that preparation and always being ready just allowed me to be here now.
And I know it's sometimes hard to reflect back on yourself and say, kind of gas yourself up. But is there a part of your journey that you're most proud of about how far you've come and where you're headed?
I think just what I'm most proud of is just the consistency that I've been able to bring from last season into this season and throughout this season. I think I'm most proud of that, and just making it to being an All-Star this year. I think that's something that I was very proud of after that happened, and I'm just looking forward to what's more to come.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Brianna.
Thank you.
Great job. Brianna, I'm sorry. Noticed in the last few years, your court instincts seem to have gotten a lot sharper. Have they always been that sharp, and maybe I just haven't realized it, or have you gotten better at anticipating things as they go on?
I think a little bit is just experience on the court out there. My first 3 years, I didn't get out there as much, but I think the last couple of years, having that experience, it helps feed that instinct of just knowing where to go, knowing what's going to happen after you do this, or what's going to happen after you hedge out on a screen or something. But I think just also what's helped with that instinct is the trust that I have in my teammates, and knowing that if I do something, they're going to be behind me cleaning it up, or if they do something, I'm going to be behind them cleaning up. So I think just that trust has led to that instinct being better, being sharper.
And now we'll take some questions from our media via Zoom. Pepper, you're first.
Hi, Brianna. Congratulations. I know the Sun, your main goal this year is to win a championship, but after not getting much respect over the last few years, what does it mean to you to be standing here today receiving this award?
I mean, it feels great to be standing here this year to receiving this award. You know, a couple years, I mean, we've been looked past, people have looked past us, you know, for a couple years, but I think just, you know, coming into the season, everybody had the same goal, had the same mindset that, you know, we were going to get back to the playoffs, get back to the championship game, and hopefully win one. And bring the first one to Connecticut. But I think, you know, coming into this season, the way that we've been locked in defensively, offensively, all season, I think we're ready to take that next step.
Thanks again and congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Rafiq, you're next.
Hey, congratulations on being the most improved player. I just want to know, like, how much have you enjoyed your offensive development and team playing your mentality on the court on your way towards being most improved?
I mean, I've enjoyed every step of the way. You know, there's always a lot of up and downs every season offensively. But I think just being able to not get too high, not too low is what's allowed me to be successful. You know, even if I'm having an offensive game, I've been able to contribute other ways. So I think just keeping that mindset, staying positive, has allowed me to be successful and get back on track if I need to.
Appreciate your insight and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. We'll now invite WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert back to the podium for our next award.
Thank you. You know, winning major honors is nothing new for our next recipient. In 2017, she was the WNBA's most improved player. In 2018, she was the 6th player of the year. And already this year, she has earned the Peak Performer Award as the league's top rebounder and was 3 times named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month. But after today, she'll need a little more room in her trophy case at home to make room for this big statue. In 2021, Jonquel Jones led the league in overall rebounding for the 3rd time in her career. She also led the league in defensive rebounding, ranked 4th in scoring, 10th in blocks. Her efficiency rating was 2nd among all WNBA players. And when it came time for award voting, her body of work undoubtedly resonated with the media panel, and she received 48 of the 49 first place votes as MVP. And with that, I am proud to welcome to the stage the 2021 Kia Most Valuable Player for the WNBA, the Connecticut Sun's Jonquel Jones.
Wow. I really wasn't expecting to speak tonight, so bear with me a little bit, but what an honor. I would like to start off by just thanking everybody that's played a part in my life. And I feel like all of my coaches, whether I was with them for a short period of time or a long period of time, have been really influential in shaping me and molding me to be able to stand up here and say that I'm an MVP right now. But none more than Coach Diane Richardson, who's sitting here with me right now. If you guys don't know my story, she sponsored a little girl from the Bahamas who wasn't even good enough to make the varsity team at the time. And, you know, just stuck with me and has allowed me to just really flourish and be here today. And I just want to first off say thank you to her, because without her, none of this would be possible. Thank you to Uncle L, who opened up his home to me. Without him, none of this would be possible. So I want to say thank you to them. And to all my coaches, I want to say thank you to Curt, who saw a kid from GW who was in a lower conference and drafted her 6th, and has allowed me to just really shine and grow and learn every time I step on the court, who's allowed me to be prepared every time I step on the court. And I always feel like we're ready to go every time we step out there, because he's a great coach and obviously the coach of the year. And obviously, last but not least, my teammates who continuously talk to me, who always give me confidence, who just always let me know that they have my back 100%, and allow me to just go out there and play the level of basketball that I've been playing, because I know that they have my back. And also the tribe as well, for always treating us like the world-class organization and players that we are. and for having us here and just making us a part of this family. And so we appreciate you guys as well. So that's what I want to say. So thank you, everybody. I'm super excited about this MVP, but I can't really enjoy it until we get that ring. So tonight is the time now to go ahead and get after that and work and win game one. So I appreciate you guys and thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonquel. We'll now open it up to questions. Please state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Ari, highlighter. You mentioned we read the article. We know you guys feel disrespected often. Is this an indication that we're not disrespecting you and we're not sleeping on you?
That's a really tough question.
I mean, it was almost unanimous, and I was not that one that didn't.
I mean, I just feel like we just have this chip on our shoulders,
Yeah.
and it's what's carried us throughout the entirety of this season. And I feel like if we were to lose that chip, we wouldn't be who we are as a team.
Mhm.
And so moving forward, I think we're going to carry that with us regardless, whether we get MVPs and most improved and coach of the year. We still have that mindset that we just feel like people are still underestimating us. And so while we're appreciative of you guys and we respect y'all, it's just a driving force for us in how we play.
Okay, and one more, like a serious question. Back home, I know it's hard to make it out, to make it to this level of basketball in the States.
Right.
What are the people back home saying to you when they look at you as the MVP of the WNBA?
Well, I really haven't had a chance to really just get back there yet or really speak to anybody today. I just wanted to focus on the fact that we have this game coming up tonight. So I really wasn't on social media too much, but I know that they're excited, that they're happy for me, and they're probably going to have some type of celebration when I get home, to be honest.
Hey, JJ, congratulations.
Thanks, Alexa.
Alexa Philby with the Hartford Current. You were the first MVP to win the first MVP to previously have won Most Improved. I know we've talked a lot about the fact that you always felt like you had to put in that work to get to where you are, but how proud of you are the fact that you have someone that, like you said in your speech, wasn't even on varsity. When you first got to the States, could actually achieve, the highest level of honor in the WNBA.
I'm really proud. I'm proud of myself. I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like my whole journey, my whole basketball career has kind of like been the same thing of just coming in as like an underdog and just really working a lot. So like, I'm happy I learned that at a young age, and I feel like it's translated well to my professional career. But I'm really proud of this, and I want to enjoy it. But like I said, you got a game tonight.
How emotionally, I know you guys found out yesterday, but obviously, and it was announced today, you said you just kind of shut out social media. How have you just kind of processed the whole thing while trying to stay focused on tonight?
Yesterday when we found out on the court, I was really emotional, teary-eyed and everything, but just, it was a great day to find out that, I won MVP, but then also that I get to share, awards and accolades with my coach and my teammates. So it was good to have that happen, and that we could all just be happy for each other and just really embrace each other.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, JJ, Doug Feinberg, DAP. You mentioned a little bit just about where you're from, and you haven't had a chance to see the reaction they've had for the most part, but what do you think this could do going forward? First MVP in the WNBA from your country, to be able to do that and inspire little girls and want to be in the WNBA like you are.
Yeah, I think I have a huge responsibility to just make sure that I'm not the only one that, that I'm helping inspire the next WNBA player, the next basketball coach, just anybody who wants to be a part of this game. And so I have a lot of work to do now, and, I have a lot of responsibility to go back there now and try to help the next Jonquel Jones.
Now we'll take a few questions from Zoom. Angela, you're first up.
I think you're muted.
Can you unmute yourself?
Sure. Hi, Jonquel. Angela Randall from ESPN. My first question to you is, what part of this process so far has meant the most to you?
Oh, wow. It's meant the most to me. That's a really tough question. I really can't say, to be honest. I think the highlight was us making it to the championship in 2019. And that feeling is still stuck with us, moving forward in these playoffs here. So, we don't want that to be the only highlight. We want that championship now. So I think that's been the highlight of my career. The most fun part, I think, is just watching the way that this organization, this franchise has kind of morphed into being a championship caliber franchise. Me coming in, us not making the playoffs and just having a lot of work to do and being a franchise that was kind of in rebuilding mode, to then seeing, coming in with Curt and just seeing the way that he has changed his organization and just helped us to be competitors and contenders every year. So I think that's been the most fun part, and the fact that I can say like I was really here when we started from the bottom,
Yeah, thank you.
The next question is from Miles.
Hey, JJ, congratulations. Miles Ehrlich with Winsider. I kind of want to follow up a little bit on Angela's question, but I wanted to ask about what moment to this point, because I know you're not done yet, but what moment would you look back on this season as just something that's going to stick with you?
I think just us going on a winning streak, being able to finish off the season strong. People don't like to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up. I think after the Commissioner's Cup, a lot of people were writing us off, and we had that chip on our shoulder again, and we wanted to come back and just really finish the season strong and play the level of basketball that we knew that we were capable of playing, or that we know that we're capable of playing. And so I think that's the highlight, is just being able to finish on such a winning streak and to just really feel like we were playing our level of basketball.
Rafiq, you're next.
This is Rafiq with nothing but that sports talk. Congratulations on winning WNBA MVP, Jonquel.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you, everybody always talk about what makes a WNBA MVP, but what do you think in your mind is what made yourself a WNBA MVP throughout the season?
I think it's confidence. I think it's the work that I put in, just, it carries over on the court, and it allows me to just play confidently. The fact that, like I said before, my teammates are behind me 100%. My coaches are behind me 100%. This organization is, and it allows me to go out there and flourish. And I think that's what makes an MVP. It's the work, it's the opportunity, and then it's the combination of everybody being behind you and pushing you to that level of greatness.
Appreciate your insight and good luck against Candace Parker. Another MVP.
Thank you.
And the last question is from Pepper.
Hi, JJ. Congrats on being WNBA MVP. We talked a couple of days ago about being MVP, but I have another question for you. Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Lauren Jackson, Maya Moore, Diana Taurasi, Sylvia Fowles, just some of the greatest people to ever play this game, people who have also won WNBA MVP. Have you had a moment to think about being among these incredible legends?
That's a great question. Wow. Yeah, Pepper, just always coming with it every single time. Yes, I thought about it before winning the award, and I thought that it was a great, group of women to be a part of, and a great, category of women, like I said before. And it's definitely an honor. It's definitely a privilege, and it's something that I'll be proud to, carry with me for the rest of my career.
Thank you so much. Congrats again.
No problem. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jonquel, Brianna. Yeah, we'll now let them get back to the court. A picture.
Can we pick it up? Gotta take your mask off.
Thank you, players. And our third and final award, please welcome back WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
All right, our third and final. Awards are nothing new for Curt Miller either. He was named the WNBA's Coach of the Year and Basketball Executive of the Year in 2017, and only in his second year of coaching, I think it was. And fast forward to 2021, and Curt has guided the Connecticut Sun to the league's best record at 26-6, 9-1 in inaugural Commissioner Cup play, and just really like a franchise record number of wins, a 14-game winning streak, that exists going into tonight's game. So amazing accomplishment. And anyone who has seen Curt on the sideline knows how passionate he is for this game and for the players. And it really is contagious. So I know the Mohegan tribe is very proud of Curt tonight. I know Beth Regan is here with us, and I am really proud to hand Curt the WNBA 2021 Coach of the Year Award.
honored, humbled, you guys. Truly a remarkable season from our players and coaches. A lot of people to thank. First, the Mohican tribe and their belief in taking a chance on a young coach in the WNBA, coming from the collegiate game, 24 years at the collegiate level, and taking a chance on me in 2016 to help rebuild. So can't thank them enough. Wouldn't be here without that support and belief and allowing me the time to build it the way we wanted to build it. And that was from the locker room out and building a culture. What I've learned through a long time, 19 years as a head coach, is that sometimes with your best teams, the less you coach, the less you say. And this year was truly that. If I did anything right, I listened to a locker room filled with tremendous veterans, tremendous leaders, and got out of their way. And the other thing was to empower and give voice to my great assistant coaches. I truly believe we have the best assistant coaches in the league, and their voice and their interaction daily with our players and our preparation can be directly reflected back to our assistant coaches. So I accept this tremendous honor. I have to pinch myself at times growing up, dreaming of being a professional coach, that I'm standing here. There's so many more people that go into coaching success than just the head coach. And this team exemplifies that. Players, staff, management. It is just truly a remarkable team effort to get us to this point. So thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Our first question is from Doug Feinberg.
Hey, Coach, Doug Feinberg, the AP, congrats. I got two for you. The first one is just how satisfying is it to have two of your players on the stage winning two major awards besides you winning the Coach of the Year?
Yeah, again, Pepper said it best, Doug. Like JJ, it probably hasn't sunk in what truly that award means at this level. She's the best player in the best league in the world. And now her name is forever going to be mentioned with some of the greats of all time. And she's just scratching the surface. JJ is unbelievable. She continues to add and work to her game each and every year. She brings something back each and every year. And that just shows the growth, the desire, and just what an incredible teammate she is. That locker room led by her is filled with humble superstars. And that's why we're able to have team success and then individuals shine through that. For Brianna, I was bullish in 2019 and talked about it was going to be her breakthrough year, and then it didn't happen. And she could have just stayed as a role player, but she continued to work and was ready for her opportunity. As JJ mentioned, opting out in 2020 gave Brionna Jones the opportunity to shine. She took advantage of it. And then this offseason with an injury continued to get better and better. Can't be more pleased and honored that the media recognized both of them for the work they've put in and for the seasons they've had.
And Curt, the other question, you've been very outspoken your entire career on just being an openly gay coach and how that being a role model for so many, and you've won this award before, so it's not the first time you've done this as a role model, but how big is it now to sort of be a two-time winner that's joined a select club and still be that role model for coaches out there who may not be open with their sexuality?
Yeah, I feel like I threw away a lot of years to be a better role model because visibility and representation matters. I didn't want to be the gay coach. I wanted to be the successful coach. And I fought that label for years, even though I was out and living authentically and proud of my family and who I was. But I wasted some years trying to be a role model to the next generation of young gay men that are struggling if they can really thrive in team sports, that be in the locker room as a player, that be on the sidelines as a coach, or in management as a GM or front office personnel. And now it's part of what my legacy will be. I want to be visible. I want to represent the next wave of gay male coaches that now have someone to look at, that you can thrive, that you can be successful, and no one can tell you otherwise. And one day this won't be a story, But until we get to that point, it is still a story. And I'm proud to be a trailblazer for the next generation of gay young men that want to chase a career in athletics.
Well, that's beautiful. All right, Coach. Ari from Highlighter. Culture is something so specific to Connecticut Sun, and it's hard to create such a great culture. Like you see the bench. We talk about your bench all the time. We see the chemistry between the players. We see how the love that you have for them. How are you able to cultivate and foster that culture so it leads you guys to these championship runs? And I have a follow-up question after that, but let's just start there.
Yeah, it goes back to my recruiting days in college. You know, it just truly is ingrained in me that you build it with a championship locker room approach. And I know it's been a cliche and books have been written and it's become more popular, but it was a part of my fabric from the moment I became a head coach in 2001, that you win first in the locker room. And so we're drawn to great people. And this team has incredible humans. We have had an unbelievable team success. We probably have overachieved through this 14-game winning streak, through this incredible season, but we haven't overachieved in the humans that we have in that locker room. We are blessed and we recruit and we look for and we try to acquire great people, because I think you win with great people, from your staff to the front office to, you know, the management, and then certainly the players.
Yeah, and speaking of the players and speaking of your recruiting days, you saw something in JJ. She said you saw something in her when nobody else did. And then Bree too, not everybody knew about Bree's college career, even though she was super successful. But what did you see in both of them?
Yeah, we wanted JJ on draft night. It was not easy. It was not easy to put Chelsea Gray on the trading block, but we decided to hand the keys to Jasmine Thomas. And we went after JJ in that draft because we thought she could do what she's doing right now, that she could be truly special. But I had anxiety that night. It was one of the great trades in the league that benefited two franchises. LA got their championship probably because of that trade, and we hope to win a championship because of that trade down the line. But it was something, that didn't come without anxiety, but it was truly driven because we wanted Jonquel Jones.
Hi, Curt. Congratulations. Alexa Philippou from the Hartford Courant. I remember speaking to you in, I don't know, it was January, February. Obviously, the outlook for the season was a lot of uncertainty with Alyssa being out. What has gone into, obviously now she's back, but trying to make that team, the team it is, more successful than really any other team in franchise history, despite the hurdles and the curveballs that has come this way?
It's remarkable in the fact that we had to change a style, and we walked in from day one with optimism, but uncertainty. And we believed that we had a chance to be very special in terms of defense. And we had a lot of veterans that have had a lot of years of honors with their defensive side of work. And we thought we could be a special rebounding team. But then you had to sell that group. Everyone wants to play up tempo. Everyone wants to play offensively, just like every sport recruits to a fun style. Now we were telling the team from day one that we were going to hang our hat on defense and we were going to hang our hat on rebounding, and they embraced it. They thrive in it. And it's not easy. Players have to play their guts out each and every day and prepare like crazy to have the success that we've had with the style that we have. And it wouldn't always work with every team, but it's worked with this team. But it's truly a credit to that locker room. And those players bought into it and now thrive in it and really, really want that as our calling card. And we'll be challenged so much in this series. We get to play against one of the elite offensive teams. And if we're going to have success in this series, it's going to be our defense, and it's going to have to stop a juggernaut offense.
Quick follow-up. I guess, would you say that was maybe the biggest challenge going into this year, but also what was maybe the biggest joy coming out of that challenge?
For me, always the biggest challenge as someone who loves to practice and loves to prepare is that we had no veterans in training camp. So we started out with a 5-0 start that really helped sell. Success helps a coaching staff sell a vision. And our start was vital to us. And that was done with not one day of training camp with our 5 starters together. So that was one of the biggest challenges coming in, but our 5-0 start really helped sell the vision and get the ball rolling. The biggest satisfaction is that watching me take a step back this year and watching so much peer accountability and the leadership that we have by not one player, but numerous players in that locker room. And then lastly, watching the voice of my assistant coaches. Brandy's been a loyal soldier for 17 years, had to coach 3 games as a head coach this year when I took my leave of absence and my 1 suspension. And watching her, how confident she is and that she was ready for that moment. And then Chris Koklanis, who is the voice of our defense on game days and makes the adjustments in the huddles, watching such a young, talented, elite coach thrive and watch the players react to my assistant coaches is just really fun for me to step back and watch everybody else coaching this team. You know, you do your best coaching sometimes in the stormy seasons because as a coach, you're a rudder and you have to use that rudder a lot in the stormy seasons. In some of the great seasons, you just got to stay steady and take a step back, and less is more. And I promise you, I've done less this year with this group than maybe ever, but it's worked.
Congrats, Curt. You just sort of mentioned being a rudder through a stormy season. Have you had many teams that have excelled as much as this team has, with as many injuries, absences, everything else you guys have dealt with this season?
You know, I've had a lot of teams thrive at the collegiate level, but this is really special at this level for me. It's been our consistency. I say it till I'm blue in the face, master the monotony. I'm a creature of habit. I'm a big film watcher. They got to walk in every single day and watch a minimum of half an hour film with me. Every single day we run the same core group of practice plan. We're very much routine driven. They got to master the monotony. And this veteran group of many players in their 30s have handled it and not got bored, stayed focused, locked in, and they prepare like crazy. It's been pretty remarkable to work with a group like that.
A few more questions on Zoom, Coach. Christos?
Hello, Coach. Congratulations about your achievement. It's your second Coach of the Year trophy after 2017 was the first one. How proud do you feel, and what is the main difference between 2017 and now? How productive is this season from your perspective?
I think the big difference is 2016 was our first year. It was a non-playoff year. And then we broke through in 2017 with that young core group. And we were able to win 21 games and that milestone 20-win plateau that's so important to coaches. And we were able to win 21 games. And so we were a bit of a surprise to be in the top 4 in the league in 2017 so quickly. And so that's why I was awarded that Coach of the Year honor in 2017. This year, a little bit different. With the injury of Alyssa Thomas, a lot of people didn't think that we would be a factor with the core great teams this year. And so we were a little bit overlooked. We were a little bit underappreciated, even though we were getting JJ back from an opt-out year. So once again, a little bit of probably a surprise, and then the real successful win streak to end the year certainly solidified this team in the record books for a lot of ways. And we equaled the most wins in a single season in franchise history and had the best winning percentage in franchise history in the regular season. So, just the consistency is why we're being rewarded with all these awards throughout this period of award time around the league.
We have time for one more question. We'll go to Miles, the final question.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. You've talked a lot about the buy-in, especially after AT's injury in January. Is there a level of vindication in having your players recognized 4 starters, all defense, plus the extra hardware we saw from Bree and from JJ just now, just for all of that buy-in and for the effort that they put in with the starters averaging over 30 minutes a night.
For sure. And, again, I'd like to shout out the media. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but you guys are so important to the growth of our league, and the people on Zoom, the people here in person are invested in our league and really help try to grow the league. And so I'm preaching to the choir, but thank you. We need even more. But, certainly you don't know if we were going to split votes with our defensive players. So for us, in our opinion, to get 4 players on the all defensive team when we had a record breaking year defensively, truly is, really important for our group, because our sums are, we are greater than our sums and our pieces. And all 4 of those people are so important to the success of our defense. And that is not taking anything away from DeWanna Bonner's length and ability to defensive rebound and ability to be versatile. She could have easily been recognized also on an all defensive team. So really, really pleased that we had 4 players recognized, first time in history within the 2 teams.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations again. And that concludes our program. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Pre-game media avail for those of you who have access to any questions. We can make it quick if you'd like. I just have to switch over.
Am I doing it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those of you on Zoom, if you want to switch over to the pre-game media availability Zoom, that's where Kurt's going to speak next.